Get ready. To play.
Look, quick eye.
Hello. I'm meant to be at a team chat right now.
Whoopsies, get out of here, get out.
Who am I with?
Rod. Gypsy, aka Gyply.
Sadlam.
Guinea.
Sam.
Rash.
Housemate.
Moss from Storm.
Newt.
I'm Arden.
Benbow.
What is your Nats team?
My Nats. Oh my gosh, don't. I can never say it.
It's me.
Rats team? Calamity?
Yes, I can't say it. That was the worst question to ask me.
Try and say it.
No.
Yeah.
Calamity.
Calamity.
See, I told you you'd put that in there.
That's going in. I don't have. How are you currently going? How are you feeling?
Oh, could be better.
Could be better.
Yeah, started strong.
Yeah.
I'm feeling the late night now, wanting to sleep.
Late night. Is it? What's the time again? It's 8 o'clock.
Is
It's
almost
not even 8.
It is late.
So how many years have you been playing laser tag?
I have been playing laser tag for 10 years.
Like 7 or 8.
This will be my 10th.
10th.
Yeah.
6.
6 years.
6.
What was your
No,
first?
7. 7 years, yeah.
What was your first official comp sort of thing?
First official comp I ever played, that was like outside of my local site, would have been Albury Pre-Nats 2.
Albury Pre-Nats 2.
So yeah, that was a team with myself, Fancy Boy, which was a player from Adelaide, Demon, which was a player from New South Wales, and Wax and Husky.
My first official comp was Albury Invitational in 2016, January 2016.
Who is a player that you aspire to play like?
Definitely Finn, because he's my brother and he's really good.
Stalker.
Stalker?
Yeah, he's the one that got me into the sport and taught me everything.
Wooldot, Callum, Cairns, and Ibo were my 3.
I think versing players like Wax is an unbelievable player.
Absolutely.
And me being a door defender and him being an attacker, we regularly cross paths, and every movement that he does has like so much sense behind it.
Yeah.
And every time I go to duel and he does a move, I'm like, he's so smart with the way he attacks. He's a brilliant, phenomenal player.
Yeah.
And very smart.
Lakeo.
Lakeo?
Have you heard of Lakeo?
I've heard, have never met.
I think Lakeo's the best answer I've got.
Yeah?
I've versed him like twice ever, but he was really good.
Bones. This guy. I aspire to be this guy.
You aspire to be like Bones?
He's crazy.
Why do you aspire to be like Bones?
Bro, he got the jiggle going. Bro, he versus you and he does like the. Well, no, man.
That's the one takeaway from
Bro.
when you verse Bones.
Those knees are built different, I'm telling you.
Hell yeah. Look
That's
at that.
some, that's some laser tag built knees.
Check it.
I look up to Dark Passion.
I really admire Husky. He's a goat.
It would be Husky.
Husky?
'Cause he is, in fact, also a left-handed last line.
That's pretty
And
cool.
the bestest around, apparently.
Yeah.
But I need to beat him, so
Oh,
that
you need
is
to
this
beat him.
year's
That's
plan.
That's a pretty epic plan.
There's definitely not you. Nah, Shock's pretty good.
Yeah,
Shock's
Shock.
good. Yeah. Grubbin Husky.
Grubbin Husky.
You know, got a lefty gang.
What's a piece of advice you would give to new Nats players? Like it could be anything.
So just enjoy it.
Yeah.
Like that is the biggest thing. So many players come in, and yes, it's great to be competitive. It's great to want to do well. And I was exactly the same when I first started playing too. But you also have to enjoy it. We don't invest all this time and money into not enjoying ourselves, not having fun.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
The number one thing is to have fun, legitimately. I'm pointing at the camera because I'm so serious about this. Have fun. You're here because you like to play. I don't know, sign up for everything. Play for at least your first Nats, play every side event.
Find your own style. Like, you can see everyone has something unique and play to your strengths. Like, for example, Potato being small, he's a fast little bastard versus Grub, he's not copying that.
Yeah.
He's just going to stand there big and win duels with him. So it's just like, find your own style.
Yeah.
So try to find someone you like, who's like you, and see if you can get inspiration from them.
Yeah.
But don't try to copy someone that's completely different.
Don't be too hard on yourself.
Yeah.
Understand that laser tag in general, when you go to these comps, it has a really steep curve. And don't be hard on yourself. I think the best way that you can progress is not by looking at all your top tier teams and how good they are and trying to measure how you go up against them, but measuring yourself in comparison with your previous comps.
Say less in team chats. You guys talk too much, man. You guys do a whole like private story about one time you got a denial.
Just keep grinding at it. Like, it's one of those things, you may not get it your first NAS, your second NAS, your third NAS, but you'll get there eventually if you just keep working hard and trying.
I don't know, shoot everybody?
Don't get shot.
No, that's so boring. I can't say that.
Comms are good. Please
Play the
talk.
game.
Talking to your teammates is the most important part of laser tag. Communication is key.
Actually, no, I do have a proper question that's individualized to you.
Whoa.
How did you think of Zam? Like, I know it's flipping your
I
name,
didn't
but
choose
like...
them. It wasn't me, actually. Long story. I was like a kid, and I tried to make my name on like the website and everything. And I tried to do, you know, the Lenny face?
Yeah.
You do know the Lenny face? Holy shit, that's crazy. That's old. I thought you would be like fucking way too young.
It's a lot of TikTok.
I tried to the Lenny face, but it all cut down to the first two characters, which is like, or maybe like the middle two characters, and it was like a scythe, and that was not allowed. They didn't like scythe.
Well, yeah.
So they said no to that, and then they made my name backwards. So it was actually Nightmare Rose and Princess, who were two old players. Nightmare Rose is meant to be here.
Well, thank you so much for letting me
No problem. Thank you so much.
Thank you. It's a mic.
Lapel mic.
It's Mike.
So, are you doing like a little...
I'm doing a little thing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah?
Man.
Do you want to be in it?
Do I have to take my shirt off or something? My clothes off?
Good. They've picked...
All right, here we go. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the LSA stream. Surprise, we have all of the One Up boys that were at Pre-Nets 3. Hello, gentlemen. What's going on? Cheers.
Cheers. Hey. Run Twinkle's out of here. They're on the same.
Slackers.
That's not accurate.
Slackers.
Oh,
Yeah.
boys.
They just weren't invited. To be truth be told, they were not invited. Arbel, how you going, mate?
Hello. Good. Welcome. Cheers.
Yeah, so this is going to be basically the whole stream. Arbel and I trying to get a word in with these four One-Up fucking absolute menaces just waffling. But that's what the stream is for.
General waffle. Seems fun.
We'll be here for hours. Waffle.
Amazing. Keep the same energy you had before this call started, please.
I'm shy now.
You know, Gunner, you were all talk last time.
There was too many rules put in place.
No, last stream, Gunner was all talk. You said you were going to say all of these mean things about everyone, and I don't remember
results. Like trash. Aftershock trash.
Trash.
Hey, top 10 though. Top 10. Not that trash.
Amazing.
And that's the end of it.
And that's the end of that.
Good stream.
Why don't you start on how your team performed?
Yeah, well, I'll just do a quick little prelude. So for anyone that hasn't seen in the, like, I don't know, 3 posts I've done on the channel, this stream is going to be done very differently to how the previous post-tournament streams have been, where it's been like a review stream where the idea is we go through all of the teams, we try and just talk about the things that they did well, things they didn't do well, all of that kind of stuff, and we'll go from bottom to top. That as a format, I don't know just from a bit of feedback, but also for me running the streams as well, they haven't been particularly interesting and not very engaging. And it honestly just got to the point where I was not looking forward whatsoever to doing them. So this has kind of been spawned through the help of some local Queensland players, notably Shaz, but I think also Pug Salad and Lilbo, they helped a little bit as well, kind of coming up with this idea. And they presented it to me because I mentioned that I wasn't enjoying doing these streams anymore. And so here we are. New method called a roundup now. And instead, we just got the boys, we got a beverage, and we're just going to kind of talk about our experiences at Pre-Nats 3, talk a bit of shit. If we happen to talk about a team or mention players, then that's what happens. But otherwise, like, the purpose of the stream is not to give like constructive criticism for all of the teams and players like it has been previously. It's just a way for us to look back on the tournament, some of the key moments and stuff, and like coming 10th place, for instance.
What about non-constructive criticism?
That's sure.
Just be better. Or...
Do you have an example?
No. Not offense.
Yeah, I told you, fucking bitch, bro. You guys are all talk. All talk. All right. Amazing. So, one moment. I can't multitask. Amazing. So, also, yeah, we got the entire One Up boys. Instead of, I'm going to change your label because I had everyone named. I'm just going to name you One Up.
I'll say Morrow, maybe. Do people not know who you are?
I think I said Guinea, maybe.
No, it's
didn't I?
maybe Guinea.
It's maybe
maybe
Guinea, a
Guinea.
sausage.
No one even spoke to me. I just rocked up. You were a late ride.
I thought the Tesla was faster than that.
Okay.
Amazing. One Up boys, why don't you get us started? Talk to us a little bit about like your experiences at Pre-Nats 3. I'm sure people are very curious what it was like playing with Runt and Twinkles, and just how you enjoyed the tournament, what the future of One Up looks like. Anything you want to say, the stage is yours.
Did you prepare your retirement speech?
Yeah, I mean, I think given that we don't get to play, so we haven't played at all since Worlds, we did obviously pick up two extremely good players in Runt and Twinkles, but they're obviously not playing on H Pro. I think our performance like sort of met, like, I think we performed reasonably well. Like we were still taking games off some decent teams and that sort of thing, especially given that we haven't played at all. So I think in general, I think we probably met expectations, reasonably well. There was always the chance that Run and Twinkles could, carry us and we could hold our own, but obviously we're too heavy. Too heavy. In order for that to take place. So yeah, I mean, I think we enjoyed the comp. Yeah, that's it.
What about the rest of you boys?
Well, I think we get higher up if Twinkles just sits one game. Bloke didn't want to sit, thinking he's the GOAT, and we just wanted to let Runt just be a gazelle and fly.
Twinkles was a lot of talk about wanting to be last line, and then
there is no last line from Twinkles.
Then instantly didn't want a last line. So he's all talk. So I mean,
it's a running theme with our team. Just all talk. No, how was your tournament, Morrow?
Mate, all I saw was a fucking wall and a door. Last line, the whole every game, because Twinkle's like, no, I'm not coming back, I'm out.
Oh yeah. I just enjoyed anyone that came up to the ramp. That's right. Other than that, it was good. If it was a longer combo, I reckon we probably would have pulled it together and maybe done well. But we didn't do bad, but like done a bit better. But
yeah,
I suppose that's you go.
You guys were I was just going to say, yeah, in general, it was took us a bit while, like a bit longer to get that cohesion together with two players we hadn't played together with, and then also just like finding our own feet in the arena. We hadn't really played the arena too much, with the exception of Crouchy playing the previous Pre-Nats and us not having played since Worlds. So
also, I was put in defense, and I never stuck in defense. I didn't know what was going on.
Okay, buddy.
It was so sad.
Oh, poor guy.
So many missed points.
That's it.
What time?
Just get him out there.
10 minutes.
Amazing. Yeah, I think, just touching on what you said, Crashy, obviously that's always going to be a problem if you have, I mean, you four boys have played together, but when you play with new people, if you only have a couple days to kind of get it together, it's going to be pretty hard to prevail over the teams, like an established team that's done previous tournaments together, because there's like so many less steps that they have to figure out, and they can just focus solely on the arena. So yeah, can't say I'm surprised on that comment, but yeah, do we have a good time at least?
Always.
Yeah, it was
good. Inside and out.
The arena was fun. I had a better time in the arena than I thought I would. I liked it better than previous Sunshine Coast. So that's something.
Yeah, I'm kind of on the same boat. Like historically, the last Sunshine Coast arena was probably one of my least enjoyed arenas that I've played. But this one now, it's not in my favorite arenas, but it feels a lot better.
It feels like the base now. Sorry, I will go.
So I was going to say, it feels like, because you said from 2019, it feels like now that they've opened up those sweeps in between each of the doors, it's now easy to attack bases, where before in Sunny Coast 2019, it was like 2 base game wins a game, because if you're swapping doors, you have to go on a go hit your bloody bus because it takes so long to get there, and you can
Yeah.
set up so easily from another door. Where now you can actually get there quicker, and I find it much easier to attack at this version of Sunny Coast anyway.
Yeah, for sure. You can definitely play on like using the sweep in this arena and at all of the bases and capitalizing on like one missed sweep gone. Like they say back and then they say sweep because you've gone to front and then you sweep again, but the front person doesn't sweep that you've gone back. Like you've doubled back, then like that's a almost like a free lunge.
Well,
into the base.
you can double back now because you got the time to, because it's a shorter run, where before you couldn't.
Yeah, before it would have just been silly. Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, I agree. Actually, it was shit. 2019. There you go.
2019 was not fun.
Yeah.
Amazing. Arbel, what about yourself? How was Pre-Nets 3 for you? And I think I've actually got a lister of like submitted questions. One of the big questions that was specific for the Sharks was how the Sharks would have gone, because obviously Red Devil pulled out last minute, and you had Can sub for you guys. So the question or the discussion point was how much of an impact do you think that made, and how much did it help or hinder you? I mean, you guys went from predicted 10th or something to 5th, right?
9th. Yeah, something like that. Yeah. Oh, yeah. It was because it was really all last minute. The having to get cans in. It was like Method was already on the plane. The other two guys were already on the way to the airport, and Tom Red Devil flicks us a message. He shows his hand; it's all bandaged up, and we're like, "Oh shit!" So Josh is trying to message people mid-air flight. I think he messaged Pug, and I think he messaged Butza. And I had a flight at 6 a.m. on the Friday. I got up in the morning. We still hadn't found anyone. So I'm sitting in the airport like, shit, who are we going to get? And I just thought, Mac hands. So I've messaged him, and then I'm lining up to board the plane, and he's messaged back. He's like, yeah, boys, I can play. And I'm like, sweet. Message Josh, I'm getting on a plane. So I had no idea what's happening while I'm on the plane. But he said, I've got a bit of a bad knee, and just came back. He said he hadn't played in like 3 months. But when we actually got to Nats, our training session didn't go that great because obviously we had to get learning to play with Cans. We went out to dinner afterwards. We had a good little chat. And then the next day, Cans rocked up. He's got his little clipboard. And he's like, all right, boys, I had a think last night. And here we go. And he starts mapping out shit like, that's the Cans we know. That's what we wanted. So, look, it was good playing with Cans. It probably improved us just because of his ability. Probably gained us a couple of spots on the ladder. And I had to jump into last line, which I haven't been training for, which was a bit of a... Back to 2019, it was a bit of an aftershock, yeah. No, it was good. I mean, we were happy with 5th. We obviously happier than we predicted and would have liked to have gotten finals. But
wouldn't we all?
Yeah.
I'm all the way down to 10.
It was a good experience, and I don't know, it'll be different come Nats proper, getting Tom back in, but we think we'll still be able to do okay. Like maybe not 5th, but we still think we'll be up there judging by how the rest of us played. So that's what we're aiming for anyway.
Yeah, amazing. It was crazy timing. So we'd done a Sunshine Coast training on the Thursday night before Pre-Nat started. And that was Madcan's first session back since World, because he was just like given exactly right. He got a knee injury at Worlds and he's kind of been nursing it since then. And the craziest timing that the one training session he goes to right before Pre-Nats, and then he gets called in to fill in for you guys. So that was just it's safe to say he was not expecting to play Pre-Nats that weekend.
No, we weren't expecting. Like, we were just messaging everyone we knew, basically just anyone that was a Queenslander, because we thought that's going to be the easiest person to get, and we were all expecting him to say no, but he just says, yeah, sure, no, I'm a bit injured, I won't try hard. And then you can't take competitive nature out of people. As soon as the comp starts, off you go.
He can't help himself.
Did he run more of attack, or was he on defense? Because I think I saw him.
He more of a 3 position for us in between both, just because Method and Plank wanted to run their attacks, because that's probably going to be the lineup at Nats. So they wanted to practice, and Cairns sort of did his thing, and he fit in really well. Like it was funny though, because he didn't know half our comms half the time, and because Sharks predominantly use A and B, but he obviously uses front and back. So we said to him, we'll use front and back. So
is that front and back or front and back?
Front and back. But the problem was when it was a real high pressure situation, we automatically flick back to A and B. So he was just standing in the middle like, I don't know where to go because I don't know what you're coming. And so
You were definitely one was incorrect. So,
Yeah, you tell them to run in front. Nah,
We-
go on. Nah.
we One-Up always called front and back. And Runt sat us down and he's like, all right, guys, we can't have front. It sounds too much like Runt. So
That's
we tried-
right.
we tried, what do we have? Like,
And back.
no, we had back and
It was back inside at
we had
once.
back and side. And then that didn't work. And then eventually we just defaulted back to front and back.
Yeah, but we still couldn't get the front and back right for Red.
He was never in defence anyway, so it didn't make a difference.
Yeah, but you still couldn't get front and back right either.
I just shoot colours.
The other person that got it right was a fucking Crouchy.
He was on the ramp.
I had to confirm with him. I'm like, are these people idiots or am I the idiot?
I'm changing team.
You were the
This
idiot.
team sucks.
You only just figured that out now.
No, I've known this for years, but you know.
You've been denying it.
Go move to Queensland.
Amazing.
In Queensland.
Your homes could sort of tell.
I don't finish
Home store goes.
Amazing. I had two things I wanted to say. One, Wax correctly said fucking 3. What? So obviously not everyone uses the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 thing. Can you just explain that quickly?
Yeah.
Or at least just explain what 3 is.
Well, our 3 position is a player that will just play. They're predominantly a door defender, but they've got leverage to just float out to attack if they see the opportunity, and if they our attackers will come back and want to grab a third. That's the person they're grabbing usually.
Okay.
So it's a person they're a door defender, but they can also have free reign to go follow the points. It's usually a person that a good 3 is usually someone that has a good read on the game, knows where the attacks are of the other teams, and out you go on. You know when you can push, you know when you can come back. Yeah. And he actually did it really well. So it was, quite helpful.
And another question I had, so I actually had a discussion with Madcans at Prenats, and I was just asking what it was like playing with you guys. And he said he was having a great time, and he was saying it's taken, like you said, a little bit to get used to the comms. But one of the things he said, it was like, yeah, I knew they had like A, B, and C, but then they hit me with like Q or something. Like, I don't know what letter it was. He said he got hit with some random ass letter.
We've got a Q. We've got just all random. It's just comms that just tell a player what to do. And like the reason they're all letters is because some people have like 5-syllable words, and by the time you've commed it, something's already happened. Where if it's just a letter, you know what's happened, rather than just like people using the Shingus in red. I use it because that's what everyone calls it, but it's like Shingus. It's like, God, it's taking me so long to say this goddamn word.
Sure.
By the time you said Shingus, they're already around and shooting you out from your pocket.
Fingers.
Back door.
Around the
back
back
corridor at red. When you get into the
in
base.
the base.
Sweet gunner. Gunner understands it. Call it a short word. Sweet.
It's the one that's in the base, the alley that's in the base,
Yes,
not the
alley
outer
in the
one.
base.
Shingus.
Call it Shingus.
So my next question, Arbel, is if you have Q, does that mean you have all the letters A through to Q?
No.
A, B, C, D, E, F, G. No?
No. You can ask.
chose Q.
Methods come up with a lot of these comms. They're his random ones. He's also got, for some reason, we've also got another one there called Giraffe, but I'm not going to say what that one is. But he just wanted literally a comm that was Giraffe, and he made up one for it.
Surely there's method for the madness.
There is.
You are so
I like what you
funny.
did there. Give
That's
that
a
guy-
nice
give that guy a round of applause. I'm not a Shingus hater, Pug.
Gunnar, I don't know if you saw, but you've been formally invited to play on Rampage as well. So there's your your team.
That's only a buck lap.
Playing 1-Up.
Yeah, I don't know what happened, but apparently Dart and who? Cool Beans.
Cool Beans.
Yeah.
Cool Beans love me apparently.
They don't know
doesn't?
the real you.
They don't know the real me. I cost a lot of money.
I have a dedicated bank account for him.
That's why I can't leave this team. I'm just financially just stuck.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
No, you can't be saying it on stream, mate.
That's not true enough.
No,
I'm
there
going to
will
get
be a
banned on
report after
Twitch.
this.
I'm expecting the reports and the COCs to come streaming through soon enough. Amazing. I suppose it's my go. Yeah, Aftershock went from a predicted 4th or 5th to not that, to 10th. People are wondering what happened. I'll tell you. We suck. No, it was just okay, so it was just so Prenats 2 also wasn't super great. it was a little bit better. Like in some ways, it was a little bit better. But I would say Pre-Nats 2. I know I personally played like some of the worst laser tag I've ever played, and so I was like, fuck this, I can't do this bullshit. I'm gonna go play Last Line. And so like that helped me just like thinking about less stuff because I was really struggling in the middle of the arena. And so I played Last Line, which like changed the structure a bit. It was our first tournament there as Aftershock. I hadn't had the opportunity to train as much there as I have now that I've because I moved to Queensland right as Pre-Nats happened. And so yeah, we were trying like a lot of new stuff. A lot of it didn't go super well, but you know, that's what happy days. Yeah, the boys.
You keep talking.
Crack them open.
You're not we might be staying here tonight. I do.
How are you finding the move into Last Line? Because you historically haven't played Last Line, and from what I saw, you were playing well in Last Line. But I'm guessing do you think that there was like a net impact, like a net positive or negative impact on the team overall from that move?
Yeah. So actually, fun fact: back when I was Meerkat, definitely the first year, especially in my early years pre going to nationals, I actually was a Last Line. And otherwise, throughout the years, like I've definitely since like 2016, I've been more of an offensive player, but I've done quite a good job of it to the point where I actually end up last lining quite a lot of the games anyway. So it wasn't like an enormous adjustment for me. And when I'm attacking, I'm spending that time in the opponent bases anyway. So it's just like I just get to take out having to shoot the base as well. So yeah, I actually Pre-Nats 2, I definitely felt really comfortable in Last Line, and Pre-Nats 3 especially. All the training leading up to it, I wasn't doing nearly as well as I wanted to, but then I don't feel like I changed anything. Something just clicked, and all of a sudden I was doing quite well in Last Line. But yeah, I think part of the discussion we had about what kind of happened with us for Pre-Nats 3 is that whilst I was doing super well in Last Line, me not being out and being able to help Fuggen to kind of like gather information, like share information, bounce ideas off of each other, and then just a bit of that more aggressive firepower out there. We didn't really have that as much because Jesse was filling that position and is a phenomenal player, but he just doesn't have that experience in that position yet to kind of know what he's looking for, and he doesn't have the I guess the confidence in himself and in his experience to be able to like help Sean make calls and identify stuff. And yeah, we keep saying that if Jesse had like even a quarter of like the amount of aggression that I have in the arena, he would be insane. He needs to amp that up a little, and I need to get more on Jesse's level as well. That's the other thing we say. But so the thought that we've had post Pre-Nats 3 is that even though I was doing insane in Last Line, Jesse has historically been a Last Line, and I actually think he's one of if not the best Last Line that's come out of Adelaide. I think the bases he's played at nationals, I mean Bendigo obviously was his first nationals, and then Hobart he wasn't able to make it work as well as I know I've seen at home. But I know Jesse is going to be able to do everything I can do in Last Line and more because he's quicker than me, he's got longer arms than me, he's spent more time in Last Line than me. Everything I've been able, all the success I've had, he's going to be able to do. And I just kind of need to figure my shit out so I can go back out there and I can really help kind of lead the team on the front lines. Not necessarily making decisions, but definitely since...
Being in the game and stuff, like because you're obviously missing that component, so you at least get an even trade of you in Last Line, if not better, and then you get the positive of just like some more gameplay awareness and that sort of thing. So
yeah, 100%. Yeah, because Fuggen is like a phenomenal player and like a really, really like one of the smartest players, I think. But historically, like especially like Bendigo and Hobart Nationals, and a little bit at Worlds as well, he just needs a little bit of help, like little prompts and things to like identifying stuff. And so yeah, that's something that's a role that I've filled. Like I'm not just out there shooting people. Like Sean and I are actually bouncing off each other quite a lot. So yeah, hopefully that'll make a big difference. Obviously, yeah, I living up here now. I'm training at Sunshine Coast like once, twice a week, and I'm trying to spend more time out of the bases. So hopefully I won't have because I was literally getting like 50% tag ratios if I wasn't last line, or like a door defender. I was just getting mauled if I was in the middle or attacking. So hopefully that'll be a good change. And then, admittedly, yeah, Sean or Fuggan seemed like he was a little bit lost. The whole team wasn't like super sure of like we had a general strategy, but I think the objectives weren't super clear. So every time you're doing something, it's like, oh, I think I'm doing the right thing, or it was, yeah, it just we were missing something. And then Chutch also like when the strategy isn't clear and we're a little bit lost, like Chutch is a player that she gets impacted a lot by that as well. So her performance was not nearly as good as we've seen in the past. The one player that did super well the whole time, and he'll get mad at me if I don't shout him out, Mikey had an amazing tournament. He was getting super good tag ratios. His comms were fucking awesome. He was just like, as a float going out soloing bases, or if there was a blitz that happened and he was a part of it, he was like very impactful. He had an awesome tournament. So Mikey hasn't got to change anything. It's all up to the rest of us. And then Beefy didn't end up playing much because I'm sure we've all seen the clip now of him fucking eating absolute shit on the staircase. Although he's like relatively healed from that, he's still like got like, you know, after a game or two, he's still got a little bit of pain in his back. So anyway, that kind of sums up Aftershock. I don't know. Do you guys have any questions? Any more follow-up questions or any shade you want to throw, Gunnar? Or you all talk, brother? You all
just
talk.
trash.
Just trash.
Is this the final year for Aftershock? I've heard.
Yeah, I would say most likely this will be the last year for Aftershock because, well, for one, Fuggan is looking to move to Japan late this year or early next year. So obviously, even if he does fly back for a tournament, like that would be flying back from Japan for a fucking laser tag tournament. Come on. Probably not. And he's going to be so busy just figuring out all of this stuff there. So Fuggan will be gone. I've moved to Queensland. So realistically, I'll probably play for a Queensland team next year in Silverdale. So that's two of us gone. Two of the more like leading players. And then that leaves...
Beefy done?
Beefy's retiring. Beefy's done.
I think I wouldn't be surprised. We actually, admittedly, we haven't had a proper conversation about it, but you know, Beefy's always umming and ahhing about whether he's going to play another one. And I think, I don't know, I feel like if Aftershock's not playing, Beefy and like Chutch as well, there's a world where I don't see them playing because they just want to play with the boys. Maybe Mikey and Jesse stick around playing for Adelaide, but also Adelaide is definitely like taking a big turn for the on the downhill, really, because we had our main site closed, and then we've got a site now, but like it's far away, so like a lot of our membership has dropped off. Like we've only got 2 teams going to this nationals. You know, when you take away 2-3 more players from Aftershock, like, yeah, I realistically, I've got no idea what the future of Adelaide in general is going to look like. But that's why you move states. If you can't beat them, join them.
Only to Queensland.
Yeah, we're
I was gonna say, if you can't beat him, it's got to be the Queensland. Like, that's where everyone goes.
Yeah, that's the sole reason that I moved to Queensland.
Trophy hunter.
He's got to be at the top of the active tag league.
Yeah.
Yeah. Amazing. Active Tech. Shout out to Active Tech. Anyway, cool. So for everyone, did you One-Up or Arbel, did you have any games that really stand out for you guys, or moments, like whether it was in the arena, outside of the arena? Is anything, you know?
It's not a specific game. One thing I'd notice, and I'm not sure if this is something that's going to change come nationals, but like the whole meta of the game, we were sitting there watching the finals, and Josh, particularly Method, was getting really angry. Just the meta seemed to have shifted where it's you try and just feel like points at the start, but then it's almost just like everyone just base swaps. You get a base. Like there wasn't many denial. Like watching the final series, there wasn't many denials. There wasn't like a lot of like awesome base takes defending yourself. It was just the teams all swapped, got a base, and then just all swapped again and got a base.
That's the DMX bias in the arena. You know who's winning.
if they were on. But
I know, I found
I don't know. Like, I'm just wondering if that's going to be the whole meta for nationals as well. Is it just going to be a whole bunch of just point scoring and then everyone's just base swapping? I don't know. You think Dragons would do good in this sort of familiarization with them with dumping, but yeah, it just was a weird game play to me. Like, it's just sort of like, oh, we've dumped again, and like
Did you guys always dump on 7 minutes or?
No, we tried to use it. That's amazing strategy. Just dump at 8.
Dump at 8. Mad Cam's changed it.
At 8 and call limit.
8 and limit.
It's got to be 8, then you can't get your base fish. No, I don't know. Like, yeah, that was interesting. But like, I found games as well very stagnant sometimes. There was one game where I shot 9 people but got 2 bases, like, because nothing happened, and I just wanted two solo
fucking
bases.
start is what that is.
No, like, Josh just walked me through 2 empties when they dumped. They just waited for them to be dumped, when you got that one, and then that one dumped, and when you got that one, and then came back and just sat in the door or sat in the base, and yeah, it was just really weird, just a really weird game sets. And you get that thing from 5 sometimes, and Murray, you know as well. You're sitting there, and you're like, I don't know what's happening because no one's come to this door, and I've shot 3 people.
I'm pretty happy got mentioned.
You got a mention in the stream.
Yes,
I gave him a shout.
He's officially in the stream.
You've made it, Murray.
I think it is just like an arena thing a little bit as well. And I think that late game dumps are kind of a way that mitigate the home side advantage a little bit too. So if Queensland are obviously extremely strong in their own arena, like forcing a pack point game and then late game dumping, so you're able to get through some bases and bring it back a bit closer to even, like it's kind of just gonna force that style of gameplay. Like, some of it's arena, some of it's, you know, home side advantage. Like, there's obviously a bunch of factors, but yeah, you can obviously go the other ways as well. Like, obviously Bendigo is the extreme, you can't lock down the base, and then you can go super lockdown like previous Sunshine Coast, and you know, then people aren't dumping, and so there's obviously, it's just about finding like what style of game we actually want to play, or if we're just happy just
all I found more weird was the fact that a team dumped, and it wasn't the traditional, okay, let's hold them out and get all the pack points. It's like, oh, we'll just give them this base and we'll just go to the other one, and then just force that team to make a decision.
There was a lot of swapping.
Yeah, that's what I mean, and that's what I've not seen a lot of before in all my time playing. I've never seen lots of swapping and switching and everything and rotating. It was really weird.
Really great game reading from a lot of people.
Yeah, there was a lot of just really good game reading abilities from everyone. And the ability to go to the other base instantly when one player arrived. There was just things that happened, and you know, it's something when we step outside of the game for a bit, we probably just lose a bit of touch in, I guess. So,
a man that's used to probabilities, you know, a thing or two.
Yeah, so I have a few things to say. So what's funny, Guinea, is you kind of mentioned how this dumping stuff can potentially maybe mitigate some of the home side advantage. But what's really funny is that it was Queensland teams, particularly like Riptide at Prenets 2, and definitely like Storm and Spartans as well, that have really kind of popularized this dumping towards the end of the game. So my understanding, historically, what's happened is a team dumps probably because they're losing. Like, they're just throwing a Hail Mary, like, we fucked this game. This is realistically the only way we can pull this back, right? What's happened before, generally, it doesn't always happen, but generally I feel like what's happened is both of the other teams will kind of hold, and then there's this game of who's going to get more points off of the dump. Like, and realistically, the team that has the dump at their base for the longest is probably the one that's going to get the most field points out of it, because they're just set up better for it. And then it's a game of effectively, depending on when the dump happens, taking turns to get the empty, and then may the best field pointing team win. Or the team that was winning at the start of the game is probably in a better position for that. So what's happening now is that one team is dumping because they're losing the game, right? What's now happening is a team is going, like, if you're the team that's winning the game, if you go, if we dump as well, and we just like stay level, like we're getting bases as frequently as everyone else is getting bases, we still finish the game winning. right? There's also the thing of if it happens early enough, if a team dumps to you and it happens early enough, once they're done, they're probably going to go to the third team's base, and the game is realistically going to finish there. So if you don't on dump, is what it's called, to that third team, you're going to be locked out of that base later when the dump moves on there. So it's kind of this whole everyone is dumping is just an effect of the response changing to one team dumping. So instead of everyone holding, one team dumps, and then the second team also dumps. And if you are the third team in that exchange, generally it's not super favorable to you, especially if it's a base swap, and especially if that happens at the end of a game. And there was quite a lot of games where that did happen, pre-Nats 2, but definitely pre-Nats 3, where one team is winning, they get like 2-3 bases, and then the other two teams go like, oh, they're winning, we're losing, we're going to dump. And then they go, oh, sick, that's a great idea. And then they swap. And then so it almost punishes the team for winning the start of the game. If they aren't either the first team to dump or the second team to dump. If you're the team that gets left out in whatever this exchange is, it doesn't really matter if you were winning the start of the game, because they're just gonna get a bunch of bases and you're gonna get left out. So
do you think it's like an arena design that causes it, or do you reckon it's just how it's just going to keep playing from now on?
Realistically, I think it'll happen regardless of the arena, though I think this arena does help a bit because they are relatively lockable. Like there is 2 positions in each of the bases that you can get 2 people in, get comms on the outside, maybe 1 person running around, and you can lock them relatively well. So that's potentially a bit of it. That was definitely a thing at the US Nationals, right? So I went to the US Nationals last year with Team Aurora, and I played with Runt, Blitzer, Moomin, and Jaehong. And that was very much the meta there. Like every single game, there was a dump. Whether the team was winning, losing, whatever, a team dumped relatively early. And if you didn't on dump, the game was going to finish at the third team's base, and you were going to get left out of the game. So there was so many games at US Nats where literally every single team dumped. Like one team dumps and then all teams dump, and everyone's just cycling an empty effectively.
Yeah, that's what it feels like. Like you're just watching games, you're watching teams get empty bases. Like there's no more like, oh, you know, awesome taking a base, shoot 4 people while you're doing it, or nice deny or whatever. It's just, oh, let's watch that guy get empty base and that guy get empty base and repeat. And all the other, then the point scoring stuff happens in the main area of the arena where there are no cameras. It's almost like, yeah, it doesn't really great. You know, it's not really great for viewing, but I mean, it's great for strategy, I guess. But yeah.
Do we think that if we ever change the length of the gameplay, that would impact the dumping? So if we change it from 12 minute to 10 minute games, or do we just think we move the timeline of the dump?
I think
yeah, I think absolutely. So that's actually a part of why the on dumps happen so frequently at US Nats, is it was 10 minutes and the bases were lockable. So if you weren't like, oh shit, that team dumped, we got to go. It was going to be probably too late. You weren't going to be able to finish.
We should play half now games.
Oh, no, that's an idea. I don't think most people would last.
From the start, would be right.
Let's crouch it. You have to run like 15 times. So it's just dump off the rip. And Run was like, no, you go to top ramp. Calm down.
Yeah. I think there is some worlds where you don't like have to dump. And realistically, what I would love to see happen is a gentleman's agreement. If a team is losing and they dump, the other 2 teams do just like shake hands and they go like, we're just going to destroy this team for dumping, and then like may the best team win. That's what we're going to
already do that. We won't talk about collusion.
You can't be saying that live extremely. Did they dump much in the final? Because I know. Was it Vantage? Were they Vantage on this time? I know they won, but didn't win a game. But
they won a tournament by coming second.
Yeah. Winning by coming second doesn't count. But was that dumping?
There was dumping in
I wasn't in it, so I don't know.
I didn't really watch it. I was drunk.
Me too. I was drinking my 10th.
Wait a minute, you were knocked out. Weren't you knocked out in like the second last golden game? Or like
2 minutes from the start, mate. Drink in hand.
They were in the boot of the cat.
That's right.
Gunner, Stan corrected Gunner. They won the first game.
I'm not seeing any proof. I'm seeing as Wax say we won the first game. I'm not seeing any
I
proof.
thought we watched it back. They didn't win.
I'm pretty sure they lost the first game.
Actually, no. I've actually
game for us.
no Gunner. I just pulled it up. They won.
You gotta
by...
remember when you're watching games back with Twinkles, he's moving all over the show. Like in LDHT, he's just so it's very hard to follow what.
They won
where you're
like
at.
230 points, Gunner.
That's not a winner, though, is it?
Well,
They won Worlds, and they can't be winning a game with 230.
No, I'll tell you about. They actually played really well from moving on from Pre-Nets 2 to Pre-Nets 3. They really brought it back.
Yeah, that's actually one of the talking points I had. We just kind of naturally went to it. So
Now you're welcome. Obviously, schedule on the screen. Don't worry.
No, start.
Bring us over to it.
Absolutely
He's
fucking
full
worth
bar
it.
on his Segway.
So yeah, there was a lot of rumors about Catalyst after Pre-Nats 2, where they had a very, very lackluster tournament. Like everyone just saw them in the foyer and in the games. Like their team, like their morale of all the players was really low. They weren't playing super well. Obviously not as well as the 4-time champions / 1-time world's champion should be playing. So there's a bit of, oh, are they like falling off? Are they washed? And then they came back Pre-Nats 3, and they were like a different team. What's that?
You said they were washed.
Who would have said that?
Yeah. What's that?
I was on their back. I was hyping them up.
Well, then they needed a good, encouragement.
Yeah, I jumped on Overwatch with Wax for a couple of games and got in his ear, and look at him, he won.
That
Maybe
you're dedicating the Catalyst Pre-Nets 3 victory to you, Gunner.
Yeah,
and
I'm
any
still
victories they have
waiting.
henceforth.
Get one of those clipboards that I keep seeing around.
Yeah, you should. If you came to Nats with a fucking clipboard and a pen, oh my god, that would be hysterical.
Nobody would steal us.
I'll coach. I'll coach Holmes. I'll get him out at 10th.
God knows I need it.
One up to dice. That's all they need.
Yeah, exactly right.
I'll be there in Sunny Coast with my clipboard.
Clipboard. Is this a service I'm gonna have to pay for, or is this just like doing a mate a solid?
I don't do mate solids. There's payment.
He will need free accommodation, free food, and
Line of credit.
a line of credit for the slaps.
Okay, I don't know if I have the funds for all of that. So if you're coming to Nats with your clipboard, I can't afford you.
You'll have to supply the clipboard as well.
What's this?
You have to supply the clipboard. I'm not paying for the clipboard.
Okay.
You also need the maze mat laminated too.
Okay, sure. A few whiteboard markers as well. Yeah. Amazing.
I'll get you all the XP you would.
So you can't get him a bright red whiteboard marker because he does get flustered with bright colors.
It's too
stimulating. So you
stimulating.
got to get the pastel colors for him.
We had these stupid like cyan pastel colors, and you can't see them on the map. So we had no idea what we were doing.
Well, that's us anyway.
That's why we didn't win.
We would have done better, and we would have had red markers.
Damn those fucking pastel colors, man.
I'm just saying, no one yelled lemon once. I was sad.
What was this lemon
there
comp?
that time when we were using?
I wanted to be a part of it.
on the joke.
I missed one comp, and it seemed like the best comp ever.
The one comp you
It
played,
was out you.
Got the same position though, didn't we?
we came fourth in Pre-Nats.
Oh,
Where did we come with you?
didn't you guys lose to a team that came like third last? No. Yeah, I think that happened.
Every comp.
Remember, you just said that Catalyst didn't win a game.
They didn't.
No, 230.
No, I still no evidence. There's no evidence in front of me.
They don't delete databases.
So you're telling me if I'm in court and Wax just rocks up and he says, no, we won a game, the jury's gonna be like, oh no, that must be right. There's no evidence.
Give this man physical proof right now. Please.
I'm looking at the Pre-Nats 3 schedule thing. It's been filled out. I'd look at Laserbase, but that's down. It says contact Twinkles.
I'm seeing no proof.
I also went on to Laserbase because he was hyping up Mikey with the TR, and I was like, I need to fact check this, and it was down. So
That's convenient.
It's still down. It's still down.
I did see Mikey have a good comp.
we didn't watch any games.
When I played.
Amazing. Cool. I've just got some like general talking points to go through here as well. So I don't know. The green results were pretty bad. Like definitely compared to Pre-Nets 2. How did the Sharks and how did 1-Up feel on green base? From memory, green was the base that Twinkles was playing last line. Was he not?
Oh, I think one of the first.
One game. He played last time one game and decided to shoot on camera. Mopar, who was reffing in the face, he was just dick in hand, and then he's yelling at us for not defending the doors, but he's like, la 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 la, and gets dove on, and our base goes down, and he's blaming us. And I ripped into him. I was like, I'm not having any of that. And then he yelled at you.
And then you saw it.
You saw him and got turned. Yeah, we lost that game, obviously.
Things went well. No, I think, look, green, I don't know. I feel like green should be stronger with like the fact that you can shoot from the ramp more. You get to cover green more from the ramp. I don't know.
It definitely was at Pre-Nats too, so it's weird why it changed at Pre-Nats 3 so much.
Yeah, I think
actually last one.
So my we could talk about the Sharks experience as well in a sec, but for Aftershock, what actually happened in 2 of our green games? And so to skip railroad a little bit, Pre-Nats 2, what was generally happening is there was a lot of players working that red to green part of the arena, and blue was kind of getting left out of it. Like no one was really working that that area. And what at least for us, we found changed, especially in 2 of our games, was that the red to green area was getting worked less, and the red to blue area was getting worked more. And so what happened to us in one game, it was like fuck all bases went down, but the 2 red and blue team, they exchanged like really heavily just on field points, and we kind of got left out of it. Admittedly, we should have changed our positioning to get more in it, but just like taking normal positions, we got left out of the game in field points. And something that happened in another game is that red and blue were exchanging, but this time they're exchanging bases. So they were getting each other's bases, and again, we weren't getting attacked at all, and we got left out of the game. So that was like my experience and Aftershock's experience with green, is we kind of got left alone.
It was so scary and green. Can you see? Wildness.
Oh, stop. Get your 10th place is what that gets you. Scary and green gets you 10th place.
Yeah, I wasn't going to say. I wasn't going to bring it up anymore.
I'm just beating Gunner.
I was going to be like, yeah, scary gets your 10th place.
No, you are full of it. You wouldn't have said it.
Hey, 5 spots higher. We were one of the teams that put you there. I'm proud of it.
I'm so proud of you, sir.
You just didn't get enough XP in the game. That's all it was.
That's all it is.
No XP, no level ups.
No, it's been a while since I've had one of those. That's for sure. Amazing. Arbel, what was the Sharks experience of green base?
We liked green probably more than any of the bases. I played 5 from inside, and I hold it differently to most people. I hold it from that panel under the base is on, and I just hold a high hold there, looking at the back door. Yeah, the box. And
interesting.
It's the way I held bases in 2019 as well. It's just, I don't know, maybe it's just my body shape, but I can seem to hold a spot where people say they can see my lights but can't hit them, and I'm like, well, that's your problem, not mine. And yeah,
it's definitely a them problem.
Yeah, and I just really enjoyed playing that door because it was very hard to crack out. I was very happy just in one game because it ended up taking the Spartans 3 diving that door to get me out finally, and I was like, yes, I'm relevant again.
Let's go.
But no, it was we enjoyed that base. We might play it differently at Nats because we have Tom, who's a lefty in that spot, pretty handy in the 7 spot. But yeah, we enjoyed red. I don't know, you seem to be able to get more pack from green. I don't know.
Interesting. That was
we feel that way anyway. We just the way you can, well, the way we had it set up, the way you could push, you could get points. But I mean, everything's different with the way they set up. So
yeah, you clearly figured something out that we didn't. And it's interesting that you're able to.
I figured out my spot. I don't know about anything else. Sorry.
It's interesting that you were able to get lots of value out of the box. Like, I find the box is really strong if you're just watching front or if you just watch back. But as soon as you get pressure on both, like you're pretty fucked.
Well,
fucked. Whereas the 7, at least you have an ability to shoot both.
Are we talking about Alan or Ali?
Are we talking about green?
Green. Yeah, green. This is great. It used to be the box, but now it's the panel that The base is
7.
on in green.
Yeah,
No. The panel the base is on
6.
in green.
No, but there's no box there.
No, sorry, that's Z.
It used to be a box. It was a box in 2019, but it's opened up now.
Oh, under.
Under. Yeah, okay, under will do. Yeah, I take it from under. But
Can
Tell
you
you in that weird.
Bryce, base map, please, with a show me where box is.
Sure.
No idea what everyone's talking about.
I need to find a maze map. No, I'm not going to do that.
I know. I just found from that spot.
You won't be able to see it. Use a cyan pen to please you. You won't be able to see.
This camera is actually stimulating me a lot. The red cap, the red mic.
What shirt are you wearing?
I'm wearing Gunners.
Yeah, well.
How much did he pay you for that?
Five pastel pens.
He's paying me with he forgot, but he's coaching me at Come Nationals with the clipboard.
Yeah, first thing you got to do, mate, hit leg day. Saw those little sticks.
Excuse me.
Jesus.
Jeez.
Bouldering is all upper arm.
No.
Well, bouldering's all legs, isn't it?
It's not a sport. I'm going to put that.
Look, I'm more of a bowler than a bowler.
Bouldering's in the Olympics.
Bouldering is in the Olympics.
It's in the Olympics.
Yeah, but breakdancing in the Olympics, and that chick was just rolling on the floor.
That's how we play laser tag.
Right. Gunner, you play fucking laser tag. What are you talking about?
Yeah, but at least I'm not
That should be in
embarrassing
the
myself on
Olympics
national
before
team.
breakdancing.
Can I say that, or am I going to get banned now?
She might sue us.
You can't.
We're
retired anyway.
Where's this box?
You see that panel that has the base on it?
Yeah.
Oh, under.
Under.
No, it was under. Not Alan or Alien. Under.
Don't pretend like you boys were calling any of the positions anyway.
I actually didn't play green base because I got a bad back. I couldn't hold 7.
Well, no, the course was my draw or on me.
Yeah.
Holding 7 sucks.
Yes.
You did the little leg pop thing. I liked it.
Yeah, I was doing the leg pop thing because I was copying Holmes. And then I got told that I had to do the stupid squat thing, and that sucked ass.
Why didn't you just keep doing the Holmes thing?
Because Twinkles was trying to tell me shit.
Yeah, but he was shooting my car in the face and then got demolished. We should have clipped that and put it in the stream.
That should have been clipped. That's
Did anyone clip Crouchy and Method's 10-shot ping pong and then both got denied? It was very abysmal from both of you.
Beautiful thing, really. Wow.
No, that wasn't a clip that got submitted. If anyone,
I was supposed to clip it, but I didn't go.
please submit that so we can have a look at that in a sec. Yeah. Fucking. What were we saying?
Box. Talking about a box.
Yeah, it's called box because it used to be that panel was like against one of the other ones, so it actually was a box. And all they've done is they've moved it off, and they just kept calling it box. Obviously, it doesn't look like a box. That's what the locals are calling it. So that's what most people are calling it.
We also call that sweep something.
Shingus.
Yeah,
Shingus. I like Shingus. I'm for it.
Shingus and Joya.
Rolls off the tongue.
I'm
Shingus and box rolls off the tongue is wild. That's crazy. Damn. Amazing. I'm flustered.
That's a trigger word. You can't say that.
No flustering here. No flustering.
You don't like flustered.
No, Mario cost us world from getting flustered.
Yeah, that's what cost us world.
Yeah, it did.
Right, who got flustered?
Crouchy said, so in the game, apparently Crouchy came up to me and said, Morrow's getting flustered, let's go to red. And we went to red, got 2 bases and won the game. That's all I know.
Back to get gaslit.
Gaslighting 101 from Gunner.
It's not gaslighting. That's what you said.
I said go to red. I didn't say he was flustered.
Yeah, but you visualized that Morrow was getting flustered. You're like, you can't captain this game anymore. This is it.
Just a couple of hand signals.
I am the captain now.
We won that game.
Yeah.
We do win worlds.
What did we
Morrow should get flustered more often.
We weren't the worst Australian team. That's a win.
To win my books.
That's a
Not
big
in
win.
Australia.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know how you played for us. You're not even a citizen.
I'm back playing for New Zealand now, so it doesn't matter.
Wait, are you actually for Silverdale? Is that real?
Nah, not for Silverdale, just for Europe.
I think he's playing on Rampage for something.
Yeah, he's banned us.
He's left us.
wouldn't surprise.
So we need 2 players if anyone. We're still open for nationals.
Just rock up any spare player. It's like anybody.
Come my way. Oh, wait, rock up. Am I on the team or not on the team?
Well, you left us. You left us.
Is Madcan's free?
I think he is a spare player. I'm pretty sure he's registered as a spare player.
See, we didn't know this because we asked for the spare player list and didn't get.
I didn't get.
No, he's registered as a state sub.
A state
No,
sub.
what have the committee been doing this year?
Anyway.
Oh, he's shaking the keys.
I'm flustered. I'm flustered again. Okay, amazing. I have some other talking points here.
That's good. We're really struggling.
This wasn't moving along at all.
I thought we were going to talk about the committee for 5 minutes.
We're not talking about the committee.
Oh, that's the next stream.
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Well, we're not going next year, so we
Committee
can't. We're
roundup.
not going this year, so we can't get COC.
I absolutely can.
Yeah, but if
I
you
will
just
be
mute
an
yourself for 5 minutes, let everyone else talk.
Oh,
Did you not
Jesus
put up the
Christ.
disclaimer that LSA's views are not our views?
I didn't. That was I absolutely.
That's on
should
you.
have done that.
That's
That's on me. Oh my god.
No, sorry, if we can't get COC, we're not going. We're not going. There's no COCs. We'll just, if you COC us, we'll just register, not go, and then we're not paying either.
Okay. Topics of conversation. Let's go.
That's on the talking point.
Yes.
Thank God an ad started.
Gunner's not selling himself as a good teammate for the team he's looking to build.
Oh.
No, every time today, no one can hear us anyway.
There is
committee.
currently a 2-minute ad playing. Thank goodness.
Should we swap seats?
No, let's talk about Holmes pushing everyone. Let's go to that then.
No, we can bring that clip up. It's just to be clear.
Just go to the laser tag memes page. I've got them all in there.
Let's not. Let's not. I'm crying.
We'll slow it down and we'll get everyone to. How many game bans should this have been?
Just a COC review script post that.
Oh, amazing. Woo.
Yeah, how many games
Okay.
did Musk get banned for at Sunshine Coast?
But mine says elbow licked, and apparently that's fine. So I'm just going to start licking elbows. Because there's no precedent set.
Just as long as you don't say I'm going to meet you in the car park. You're this way.
But they can mean anything.
How long's that ad got
You
home?
can go down Queen Street in Melbourne and meet me in the car park.
All right. Let me bring up the topic of conversation. All right, let's bring this together.
Sorry.
Let's pull it back.
No,
I
we'll put
need
it back.
another
We'll put it back.
Amazing. Okay. Fucking hell.
He's got nothing.
So Aftershock 10th.
Yeah,
not?
funny that. We already
Who was
talked
not?
about this. I don't know who ninth was.
9th was Fire Nation.
Fire Nation.
He played well.
I have a note for
They
Fire
did.
Nation.
Oh,
yeah, they did
very
really well.
interesting.
The note from the community was Fire Nation actually made laser tag, playing laser tag fun, and they jumped from 12th to 9th, also taking over Rustic, who was predicted to do better than Inferno. And speaking of Rustic, they seem to have like a bit of injuries. Apparently Insomniac almost like fell down the fucking top of the stairs and like only barely saved himself, which is wild.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, he
He
did.
was trying to do a beefy impression.
Took me out at pre-nats 1.
Took you out to dinner, maybe. Is that what you meant?
No, just at the bottom of the ramp. We didn't go that far.
Okay, sure.
We're only
All right.
talking points. We're waffling.
Did the Sharks ordered 1-up play against Fire Nation or Rustic very much? And do you have any thoughts on like
We
those
lost the
teams?
fight.
and players?
Yeah, we versed Fire Nation twice, I think, and the first game they played it really well. It was a super defensive game, and then they just we
didn't adjust, right?
Yeah, we didn't adjust. We just didn't do anything sort of, and they beat us, and they played well.
That wasn't Fire Nation. Was Jipley on Fire Nation?
No, that was
It was
Calamity.
both the teams at once.
You didn't come last.
No, we came second.
Is this
And that's
still-
definitely a
this is
loss,
big-
Gunner.
Fine. Who's on fine?
This is Big Red's team, right?
No,
No,
Big
Riptide.
Red's team is Riptide.
Oh.
Fire Nation's like, isn't it like Shaz and
Yeah,
I
Shaz.
yeah.
It's got
Newt,
yep,
Newt,
Shaz,
those
Western,
sort of-
Newt wasn't playing this tournament,
Oh, Newt
so they
wasn't
had Commander
playing.
Snake from WA instead,
Yep.
and they have Ems and they have
Carton.
someone I forget Dirtbag. No, Carton is on Riptide. Dirtbag
Oh, yeah, Carton's on Riptide.
is on.
I don't think we lost to
Fire
Fire Nation. I think we just lost to Calamity, or you guys lost to Calamity.
Nah,
You guys.
Was I in that game?
Probably
I
not.
don't think so.
We tend
I
to
think-
think when easy. Twinkles was.
It sounds like Fire Nation played really well, and we know exactly who they are.
You know what's funny? This is how the pre-stream on the last one, man. Me and Craig were like, we don't know who any of these players.
No, I'm giving them praise. They did really well.
Okay, who was on the team? Give him praise.
That guy.
Don't help him. Who else was on the team?
What's the other Sunshine Coast team as well? There's like another.
Finn posted in the chat. Apparently, 1UP lost to Calamity, which was
No, we pointed that out.
And who was on that team?
that was Ghibli,
Ghibli,
Rod,
Rat.
Kit Kat, Rat.
Ah, yes.
Yes.
It was-
That's
Yeah,
it.
that's the game I didn't play.
I mean,
Naturally.
Either way, you didn't play Gunner.
Yeah, I didn't.
I mean, they played well as well. I don't know what you want me to say. They played well. We played bad. Is that what you want?
This is not what you were saying 15 minutes before the screen.
I think it's just Kit. It's not Kit Kat. I think it's just Kit.
I think a lot of these like local
it's
teams,
Kit,
like
sorry.
up and coming, are doing really well, and it's good to see. If I'm being honest.
Yeah.
I mean, are these Queensland teams?
Yeah.
I mean, they've got the breeding ground. I mean,
Yeah.
if you're not beating the team that hasn't played in 8 months and you're playing 3 times a week, you're probably doing something wrong.
So you're saying Aftershock did something wrong?
Ooh.
One of us is saying that. I just don't know which one of us is saying.
It's been brought up.
Okay.
Thank you, Gus. Thank you.
Oh
That's
fucking
good.
hell. Bloody Dart and Cool Beans are gonna have a fit in the chat. We're gonna talk about their team at some point. We'll get to you soon.
They also play.
Arbel,
Yes.
did you have the chance to verse Fire Nation and Rustic much? And what was your impression that you got off of it?
Fire Nation. I think we only played them. I don't know when we played them. We played them at the start of the comp. I think we beat them, and then I'm not sure if we played them in the Cascades. If we did, it would only be one game. But I think we beat them both times. I think we dropped a game to Rustic during the round robin, and that was off again. It was off a dump game, and we even. It was one of those ones where you go back and you rewatch the game, or you talk about it after, and you're like, "This is exactly where we went wrong," and it's exactly where we went wrong. Yeah, Rustic, I found. They just were a little bit too injured. Because I think Raven was carrying a knee or something as well. I'm not sure. She seemed injured. Orkro managed to avoid injury for once, didn't he?
Yeah, I think Okoro was, from as far as I could tell, was injury free.
Yeah. Oh yes, we did play. Fire Nation a lot. We are trained with them on the training night, so yeah, we played with them a bit, and that was little good learning thing. But yeah, as Guinea said, when it's a Queensland comp, all these new Queensland players come out. You can just see that the training they've got to learn with. You've got your Catalyst, and you just
Spartan, all these like
Spartan,
Riptide players that are super talented. Yeah, they have the perfect breeding ground to become.
100%. Like
really quick.
newer players coming even to an away comp from Brisbane, you've already got that leg up, and you can see just the way they play and move and attack and hold. It's like, they're already ahead of the curve coming from that state. So
yeah, they can definitely attend like a first comp and be,
competitive.
Yeah, competitive, or equivalent to a player that's a year or two in from like other states and stuff like that.
Yeah,
just
well,
instantly in a much better space, better ability to read the game and just like make like a lot less mistakes. So you just can't rule out any of the lower predicted Queensland teams. Like they're always going to be able to take some games from these mid to high teams as well.
Yeah, especially at a Queensland arena as well, playing every week.
What do you say?
Yeah.
Amazing. Cool. We'll segue onto Rampage because Dart and Cool Beans have school tomorrow on a Sunday. more like
have his license. That's what I want to know.
their TikTok brain rot can't keep them up for too much longer, or can't keep them on the stream for too much longer. So Rampage actually did super well, or Rampus is what they were called at. This song, whatever it is, sucks.
Oh, you haven't looped the rest of us into any sort of music. Are you trying to drown us out?
Wait, is there
I am
music?
trying so hard to drown you guys out. What did you say, Arbel?
Is there music? I'm hearing nothing.
There is on the stream. It's like quiet. So Rampus Rampage went from a predicted 8th to 4th. And kind of the talking point was, is this going to be a team to look out for at Nationals? And I think Rampage has been a team every year that is able to take games off of really good teams, and they've been finishing consistently in the top 7, if I'm not mistaken, for the last few years. So absolutely, I think that's the case. I think Cool Beans and Dart are a great addition to the team, and I can't even hear what you guys are saying, but I'm glad I can't.
Responding to the chat, sorry.
Okay, amazing. And funnily enough, I think that this arena, especially the fill pointy, floaty part of the game, because it's not like dumps are happening from the start every game. Like, it's usually the start and the mid game is playing, and then the late game is ending up in a dump, right?
Yeah.
I think the way the starting game and the mid game has been playing in this arena suits them really well, for sure, and the way that they typically operate, and that does generally operate very, very similar every time. And yeah, it works really well in this arena. So I'm expecting super good things from them. Definitely, I'd be surprised if they didn't make top 7. But yeah, I don't know. Did you either of you guys? I say guys. One-Up or Arbel, did you have much experience versing Rampus, and did you have any thoughts on him?
We versed him a few times, didn't we?
Was your name Arbel?
He said you guys.
You did say you guys and Arbel, and Gunner jump in first, so you go Gunner.
It was you guys and then Arbel, so I thought we'd go and then Arbel. That's.
I see you're excited. Go on.
Yeah, we did verse them a few times, and from previously playing with them at pre-nats too as well, they just have really good maze control, which is why I think the way the meta's going, it just really suits them, because they can just get pack points the whole way through the game and then collapse onto teams that dump early.
Yeah. Or they can just be, if they want to just throw in and join the dump cycle thing that happens, they typically have a really good field point lead, so they're in a good position.
Yeah, I think some points as well, Spider just follows one team once they've dumped and just points off the back of them while the other guys do what they do.
Backshots.
Yeah.
Backshots from Spider. Amazing. Arbel, did you get the chance to verse
Arbel?
Wow. We played him a little bit, and then we played him a lot in the System D. We played him 3 times, so got to view him a lot. They very much like playing out of blue base, just because Spider goes up to whatever people are calling the long shot down towards red, like jungle or whatever they're calling that area, because he, at that little zigzag that's outside the red backdoor, he just sits there and just, you've got to spend a whole resource to go and get him out of there, because he's just, as a lefty, just looks down that corridor. I think the maze suits Sparta. Cool Beans did good in defense, and Dart's really come a long way just in the last 18 months. So, I think they're going to be a good team come Nationals. And, they took team, I don't know if they took points off every team, but they definitely beat a lot of the top teams. So,
yeah. I think Cool Beans in particular has improved a significant amount since the last tournament we see him. The impression I got is he's just a player. He does all right. He's having a good time. But I think the player that I actually saw at this pre-nats in last line, he was making as a last line, he wasn't just doing a vanilla, just standing in one pocket and responding to comms. He was being who would do that? He was being extremely proactive as a last line, which is really fun and cool to see. And I think blue base specifically, I know for me it was a base that I really struggled to deal with Cool Beans in. So shout out to Cool Beans for that. Unintentional diss at Maro for that as well. Welcome to the stream. Amazing. I had a few other
Talking points.
Yeah, I think I've covered all the general ones pretty much. The other points, like a lot of the points I had, I only really wanted to talk about if they came up organically. So, and they're not super pressing. So I think I'll leave the rest of those.
Is that like one up not coming to nationals, or
you guys didn't have a point? You know, you guys are saying who the hell are all these other players and teams? All these other players, the young ones, are going, and the ones that filled out the form, they have got no idea who you guys are. So it goes both ways. Amazing. So what we'll do now? How long have we gone for? A bit. Cool.
Hour and 20.
Yeah, I think what we'll do now is we'll transition a little bit more to there's a few clips that people have submitted, so I'll show them.
Amazing.
We can
talk them as well.
Well, I can just open the
yeah,
screen.
I'll be sharing my screen, so yeah, you'll see them.
That's good.
Thank you to I had to like ask for permission to be able to kind of like show the Zoltak clips on stream, so thank you for Zoltak for allowing me to do that. And then let me just get it up. Amazing. I'll share my screen. And thank you to Shaz. Shaz has been a big help doing a bit of prep for the stream. She went through and kind of reviewed all of the submissions that got sent in. She kind of listed all of the talking points for me, and she got all of the clips, and she's actually cropped them, so we're just looking at the thing that's happening rather than just the whole stream setup. So massive thank you to Shaz for that. All right. A lot of them are quite short, so we can, we'll just have a watch. But this first one from memory is it's pretty much all your boys are cut off on the screen. Look, you can barely see you. Oh, I can't see the black shirts.
Yeah, that's right.
It was only supposed to be us anyway.
It's not true enough.
That's what happens when we attack. We're just attacking, having some fun, and then defense comes and we're like, oh, this is happening.
We're obviously losing.
Amazing. This first clip is basically, I mean, everyone's probably seen it now, but I think it pretty much sums up how everyone's feeling about the current dump meta.
Yeah, this is fantastic. No,
this is so good.
Which one's that?
Which one's that? That is Pug.
Pug, okay.
Yeah.
It's Pug.
That was Pug. I think this...
How do you know it's Pug?
How do I know? You just know.
You got evidence?
Noodle.
No, I don't have fucking evidence for you, Gun. You're just going to have to trust me. Pug's hair goes this way. Pug's hair goes this way, and Noodle's hair goes the other way. That's how I know.
And Noodle also wasn't playing 3-3.
Wax is confirmed. That's good.
Okay. And the big ass nose. Thank you. Evidence.
There's your evidence.
His evidence.
No, I mean, definitely for the refs, this absolutely sums up the experience that a lot of people are having from dumps.
They're just laying it up.
Because not only, I mean, as a ref,
let's watch the clip again.
Even if, okay, settle down. We'll move on. You should be running the stream. We'll get you on the OBS. You can be clicking through the stuff. We'll do that next time. Jesus Christ. I'm not going to continue my thought. That was just a funny clip. Here's another one. Spider had one of the highest tag ratios of the tournament, so we can see a little bit of where he's getting some of those tag ratios.
I thought it was back shots.
Well, he threw back shots and also threw that.
Did he just try to play it while he was in the bets?
We'll play the clip again for you, Gunner.
Thank you. So he's dead. He's dead, pointing, doing nothing, up, shoot that guy. Yeah. Big. Well, to be fair, there's a player out there, so he's timed it perfectly. Like, there's no evidence.
No.
You'd have to pull up some sort of tech log.
It's not evidence.
Well, I don't know because that player's up at
How do we know it's Spider?
Dingus or whatever Marvel calls it.
Shingus.
That's not
Okay.
Shingus.
What? All right. No. He shot him. That person's not enough.
Okay, so
can we go to 0.5 seconds, please? I don't think that player's up yet by the time he dies.
Let's slow it down to 0.5 for you so you can get.
Who submitted this video?
I'm not sure. I think it was anonymous.
anything for the solo ladder. Absolutely anything.
All right, we got half
I
speed
think
on
that
that.
player at the door is not up yet. Not up. Yeah. Oh, Gun's not even facing him. Actually, that's a big. Yeah. Can we get some sort of CSC on that, please?
Well, I can.
This is
I
VAR at its finest.
I can tell you now. I know who the ref is. I know the ref was Stinky because Stinky was talking about this at one of our teams training. But he said when Spider was walking out that way, he was dead, and he heard stuff at the back door. So he said he was focusing that way. But then he said he just saw the player underneath die out the corner of his eye, and he was like, "Oh wait, was that Spider?" And he couldn't. He said he couldn't tell because the player was alive at the front door.
Yeah, that's
So you
not
just
much
needed
time.
to play on.
I mean, like,
Kind of special.
if that is the way the rule is written. If you don't see it specifically.
And now
like,
I'm not
definitely
really
shot him.
impressed that they finished fourth or whatever because they're a bunch of cheats. Like baseline jump, play on.
Where did Spider finish on the solo?
First, I think.
He was first on the solo ladder.
Yeah, that's convenient.
Someone tag Spider to get into stream right now, so we can just rip into him.
I don't know. Laserbase is down. I can't tell you where he finished.
That was a good clip. That was better. Than the
I
first.
have the solo ladder. He was first on the solo ladder with a tag ratio of 175, which was
I mean,
the
it's
second
clear
highest.
that he
behind
wants to prioritize that over everything else.
Where'd that come from? We're just talking about that as a cheat.
Giddy does not like the solo ladder. It's fair. It's biased towards people that are out on attack.
It happens. Amazing. Next clip. This is a Fire Nation clip. So let's count the shots on the base. I mean, yeah, one. That's so unfortunate. It keeps going.
I'm
going.
reffing this game, and Snake just looked at me with dead eye. Snake just looked at me, his eyes. He just looked at me right there, and he's like, "Oh God, Arbel, what's happening?"
No, that's much better than mine.
No, I think Methods one. Your Methods one's better.
They're two teammates going at it next to each other.
We're not going at it.
They're going at it.
That's the time to yell easy base when you do that.
Who's
That is
the
a
red
very
team here who
appropriate
can't
easy
shoot
base.
anyone?
If he came in and denied them both, would have been great. Team denied boom.
The red team is actually Rampus, Spider's team.
Yeah.
He's on the red.
The Spider's hang on the red.
Spider wasn't in the base, couldn't shoot.
No,
him.
that's Outlaws. That's Aubrey Outlaws that Cameron.
Is it Outlaws? I think
Yeah,
that's
that was
Zen, isn't
Outlaws. No.
Next.
The right person was definitely Campster, and the left person was.
You don't have to slow it down so we get some picks.
it? But the left person's Zam, and that's
The left person is not Zam. That
Maybe it was
guy's
both of their
way
teams.
too skinny.
Oh, it's not Zam. Oh,
That's absolutely
I can't
not
say,
Zam.
man.
I prefer a low dodge personally. Coming through the door.
360. No scope.
If that's Zam, Zam's going like a foot. That's
No.
absolutely not Zam. No.
That's
Yeah.
Or is it not?
No, but I think
Yeah.
that's on the left.
Oh, I'm talking about the other door.
Oh, it's Damos. Someone said in the chat, which is
Who's
the
Damos?
Damos plays for one of the Canberra teams. The
I don't know who Damos.
I thought he plays with Collingwood.
Who?
I know someone
plays
said
for
it's Brownie.
Collingwood.
It's lots of no. We don't know who it is.
No, they said
Right,
Damos.
sorry.
Gus,
Doesn't
Gus,
play.
Gus said it's Damos, who's from Canberra, so I'm pretty sure he's right about
Now
that.
left is Brown.
I thought it was Bro Dizzle.
You got it in there. Well done.
Do it when Arbel's in the stream.
Fucking
Sorry,
hell.
Arbel.
You're good.
Okay, Arbel. Speaking of
Gonna get a
Arbel, we have a clip from you, sir.
Yeah, I know what it is. You know,
It's better be
I
good,
know what
Arbel.
it is. No, it's
It's
bad.
really good.
This makes
Is
me
that you?
sad.
Get him,
Look at me
Arbel.
go.
I think I was reffing.
Get him.
Oh no, I was reffing this.
Get him.
I was so sad. Oh,
Oh,
Gunnar, were you able to,
The bad-
follow what happened there?
Well, yeah, Arbel's just got.
do you want?
He
I
didn't
can
give
tell-
up. You know, he's just like,
Orcra is the other one.
is
Um,
it? Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
Orcai's
it's low, it's
good.
like you're just not giving up on it.
That's the home side advantage, really.
I kept yelling
Orcai
because
timed that whole thing.
Yeah, he's timed it perfectly.
Oh, did you get the base album?
No, I didn't.
Orcai
Orcai got it. My teammate
Let the man
Stinky
speak.
my teammate Stinky is actually alive here, and I'm telling him go through lightning and shoot that guy. And
Oh,
Stinky just kept calling you're clear, and I'm like, go shoot him, and then he finished the base, and Stinky's still alive, sitting there, and yeah, that's okay.
So this is Stinky's fault. You're saying you just put this in here to flame Stinky.
No, I didn't submit this. I mean, I could have probably moved as well, but Stinky was already in lightning.
I mean, yeah. Also,
But there
I
was
know that
lots happening in
Queensland
the
are a
middle.
big fan of timing the base, and it obviously has paid off here. I mean,
Hey, your old one-up teammate Snake used to love doing that.
That's true.
What, last line, Jake?
I was like, he used to love when he's at a baseline shot in, and he would just reset it for you.
15 deaths in a row.
Oh,
from old mate Jake.
There's a few people that are infamous for the old ping pong. Like I know Mopar's famous for it. I wouldn't be surprised if he was the inspiration for Orcarai doing that. I don't know if Orcarai historically does goes for ping pongs, but Mopar definitely does.
Playing Arbel. I think Arbel's done fine. I think Arbel's done a great tactic.
Oh, it's a great tactic from that.
I think it's Arbel's teammate. He's just done it back.
Yeah.
It's unfortunate that Stinky's obviously so focused on like keeping your door clear and calling it that he's not.
Oh, he
he's
very much
hearing you,
was.
but he's not really like processing what you're saying. Wow.
Yeah, he even told me afterwards. He was like, "Stinky's in the chat now." He said that was my dad. I didn't know what was going on. He was focused on the front door because there was someone there that we knew was coming up. So yeah, that cost us a little bit.
It is what it is. There's always going to be little things you could have done. Like as soon as you saw him put the one shot on, maybe you Arbel could have pretended to run down lightning. He probably would have run forward, and then you could have double back. And there's like everyone probably could have done something, right? Or you could have run really fast, shot him over the box. Everyone could have done something.
I saw Sparta do a good ping pong with Sadlamp, his teammate at blue. It was an empty base. Sadlamp's underneath about to shoot it. He puts one shot in, and then Sparta just turns around and goes, me, and then just steals it off him.
That's how you get top of the solo ladder.
And afterwards, I was telling him about it. That is. I was telling him afterwards, and he's like, I didn't hear him comment. I was like, dude, he commed it, and you just didn't care. Well, didn't hear, should you say.
Method pointed out that you guys are going to have to come up with a letter for that spot specifically.
I'm getting ping pong. I reckon that's 8.
There's 26 letters in the alphabet. We can come up with one.
You've got plenty of letters to go. What's this one? No, I'm not. Wasn't going to play that one. This is unfortunately a clip of my base being taken. It's just a collection of unfortunate timing, good play from Runt, and an unfortunate third team shooting us in the back trying to get it done up. It happens. It happens.
I think Runt's played really well here.
Is this when he shot someone?
I don't shoot anyone. I don't shoot anyone. We do the changeover as they come in. So this is Runt.
Oh, this is a.
Oh, this is when he canes every.
Oh yeah. Oh.
Yeah. So we found out later there was actually it was Gus. Gus shot Jesse in the back. I'm gonna benefit of the doubt. Maybe Gus thought that the person under the base was his teammate, but he shot Jesse as he's coming in for the denial. I mean, in fairness, like Runt had turned, so like maybe he would have got the shot as well. But yeah, it happens. Gus says fake news, so it must be. But
yeah, I'm pretty sure. I remember watching the game. I'm pretty sure Gus shoots him.
Yeah.
Sorry, Gus.
But yeah, I mean, laser tag is absolutely like a game of like milliseconds, right? Like you could see if we did that changeover a fraction of a second quicker, I would have been in position to like shoot back. It's just like the timing of as he comes through. So well played to Runt, well played to Gus, and you know it happens. That's the kind of defense that gets you 10th place. Amazing.
No, I want to watch that a couple more times.
No, we don't need to.
I want to see you getting shot.
No, we don't need to do that.
In the back.
That is.
What are the
all...
There's more. What are the more?
Hey.
There's more.
No, well, no. This one we weren't going to bother showing, and then the bottom one is the video that got played at the start.
What's the scoreboard?
It's just a normal two-shot deny. It was just a normal two-shot deny.
Well, let's see it. Let's see who got demolished.
No.
No, it's you, isn't it?
It's not your stream.
Yeah. It's
not me.
It's you.
I mean,
there's no evidence. You show me.
He's gaslighting because it's definitely you, and he just wants you to
We'll
really
play it.
chase it.
Okay, here it is. It's at green base. It's just a two-shot denial on Camster. It happens.
Yeah, trash.
It's Dirtbag getting a two-shot denial, which is an amazing segue into our next little segment. I'll share my screen again. There we are. We'll do a little MVP segment. So part of the submission, like the form that got put out. What am I reloading? Did it not play?
Nah, play. It's fine. We don't.
Oh, there's another clip. Shaz got another
was
clip.
two, and then you just.
There's one mentioned I run.
No, it's not the one. It's not. I needed to refresh the page, is what they were saying.
We're never really
I was literally just thinking we're never getting invited back.
I'm getting so flustered. The ping pong clip.
I'm surprised
Okay,
no
where does
one
it happen?
grabbed Bean's run instead.
Where does this ping pong happen? I'm gonna guess blue base. All right, we have one more clip, I think. Oh, it's you, Crouchy.
What?
Oh, your box in front pocket. That's classic.
You're telling the story.
You gotta put it on now.
I can't see.
How many shots is that?
No, we can't see.
I think it's 10 in total.
Oh, I haven't changed the thing. Oh shit.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying.
Looking at
Oh,
blue.
this is with our team. This
Where are
is
we
with
looking?
Josh.
Blue.
Blue base.
Crash is in the front here, Method's in the box, and they're both just pinging it for ages.
Yep.
And they both get denied.
No, we can't be doing that.
Well, no, I thought I shot it on the way in when I shot the player. I didn't realize he was
Right.
in there. And then I'm like, well, now I'm invested.
Yeah. Okay. Well, all right. We didn't need to watch this one.
Oh, this is just a standard 10-shot ping pong.
If you notice, we're not in the game, and you got last.
I think we win that.
No, you come last. You got ping pong 12 times.
Everyone base dumps to red at the end and gives the game away.
Amazing. I have nothing else to say.
Carry on.
About that. Carry on. Play on.
Play on.
MVP. So yeah, part of the form that people could fill out, they would list their MVP, and Shaz has gone through, and she's just got like the three most, the three names that appeared the most, and the three names that we got were Mad Cans, Dirtbag, and Commander Snake. So I've just kind of got their stats here, so we can have a bit of a look, and we've also got some of the other, like the top 5 stats for other things. There's a bit of a discussion point. So I think the thing that we have decided as the three of us is who the MVP is of the tournament. I'm happy for you guys to. I don't know what I've done there. I'm happy for you guys to throw some names out there as well. But for the most part, we'll just talk about these three. Well, actually, you know what? We absolutely can do that. I'll put it to you first. One up. Who is your MVP of the tournament, if you have one? Oh,
I think Mara did pretty well.
Okay.
No, sorry. Yeah, someone else talk.
Someone else talk. Boys, so silent.
Oh, it's a tough one.
This is on the spot. We were not prepped for this.
Too much pressure.
There's just so many
You're a
great
little
players
flustered.
at the end of the day.
I'm just going to say Husky for no reason at all. Just Husky.
Well, not for no reason. Husky actually had the best tag ratio of the tournament at 200.
No, I'm not bringing that into account. No.
Okay.
No. Just I'm just going to go Husky. He's going
Fair
to get
enough.
mad XP.
I'll leave those there, and maybe that'll help you guys decide on your.
I'm probably going to go Mad Cans, really, just for stepping up last minute. And
You're just saying Matt Campbell's on top of that.
well, I just think he made such an impact on that team.
See, do you reckon he gave him the rope?
I don't think he gave them the same dumb discussion as he gave us.
You guys.
I was gonna say, like, yeah. Oh, did you?
Did he do the Ted Lasso? You know, tie your
Did you have to tie things together?
No.
No.
What?
Yeah, actually, you probably have to say Wax because he's on three out of the 5. He's on top denied, top scores, and top bases.
Oh, I hate feeding Wax's ego.
I'm just look at the stats. I'm getting shown evidence here.
Okay.
And you're an evidence-based
You
man.
got to give it to Wax.
One up says Wax.
One up says Wax is / Mad Cans. Amazing. Arbel, did you have a pick for MVP?
I mean, yeah, I was probably going to say I'd have to be a bit biased and go with Madcan, just stepping up and just, helping us out. He did an awesome job. He's notch. What you can ask from someone, and considering he was injured, coming back from injury, he played bloody awesome. So, yeah, I'm going to have to be a bit biased there. Otherwise, I'd have to pick someone it'd probably be like a Husky. Just you can see he's in his element in this maze. Just the way he defends. He loves the Sunny Coast maze, so he'd be pretty up there in the top players.
So
discussion.
Husky / Mad Cans for you.
Yeah.
Well, I think that probably settles it, because the One Up boys had a Wax / Mad Cans, and you had a Husky / Mad Cans. So that's a couple mentions for Mad Cans here. I think, yeah, totally fair. For all the reasons that you guys said, I'm not going to repeat what you said. And if we just look at his stat line, I mean, 113 tag, so positive tag ratio. It's not like it's through the roof, but it's also not a last line. So can't say I'm surprised there. Relatively clean on his base takes, good base destroys, and a decent average score and decent tech. So I don't know what this last column is. I think that's just a made up number. What is that number?
Games played or something? No.
Team kills?
Oh, it might be not games played. Surely not 46 games
No.
played. Position.
Well, especially not because he was starting as the 5th player, so he would have been in all the games.
I think it's a made up number.
Yeah, that's good.
Could be team tags or something.
What's the formula?
I think Madcans would shoot his team more.
Could that possibly taken off of the solo ladder and their position on the solo ladder? Because that could be close.
Yeah, bring it up, Arbel.
No, because the position there
is
position there is their thing
Oh,
on the
that's-
solo ladder.
Oh,
okay.
Just even based on the random number there, he's at the top. Those 3 players. So.
Yeah, I mean that's
Arbel.
not evidence.
Oh, it's not. Yeah, it is. I don't. Okay, so those ranks are incorrect. I think it's that. If I'm not mistaken. Hold on. Let me mad.
Oh yeah, you've got games played.
Yeah, I've
in
just put the wrong
position
thing.
spot.
That's
Interesting.
alright,
It happens.
It's really fun.
No complaints here.
Position. John. Interesting. I'm lost. So, yeah, I'm happy to name Madcan's MVP for Prenet 3 for stepping up with an injury, late notice, definitely making an impact on the Sharks. You would say probably for the better. He's just such a talented player. He's been one of the best players for a while, right? So shout out to Madcans for that. And then we can have a quick look at this. So naturally, I included the tag ratios because that's the only place that I appear anywhere.
142.
Look at me go.
Last line.
Yeah, last line. It doesn't count.
Yeah, it doesn't count.
Spiders is the only one that actually counts.
Oh, does it after the video?
Oh,
well,
that's
yes.
true, actually. We have to change the whole list.
It's 175, yeah, with an
The
asterisk.
leg's probably the cleanest player on there, to be honest.
Well, the leg was last lining
Last line
for the
as well.
Spartans as well. But obviously, I think the Spartans, as far as I'm aware, I didn't watch many of the games, admittedly, but from what I heard, the Spartans did dump a decent amount. So it's not all last line.
Which I'm pretty sure that list of 5 is all last line players.
Yeah, excluding Spider all last line. So that's kind of to be expected, but that's cool. Top bases, we had Wax, Gus, Pat King, Nickel, and Plank. Those are all some pretty juicy base numbers there. So congrats to those guys. Type it. I didn't watch the games. This is just what I heard. So if that's incorrect, then please Just let everyone know. Okay, but you're joining the party. Never mind. Just pulling our leg. Top scores was Taipan, Wax, Spider, VG Master, and Finn. Again, like kind of the players you'd expect being first
Top
outs.
scores. Yeah. Second last time.
Top denies. What's this? What did you say?
We're just waffling. Keep going.
Gunner just normally appears on some sort of stat, but he's not.
Yeah, I'm getting roasted. Then I was just saying I was
just wondering what he was doing.
Yeah, just a second defender.
You can end.
You can end. I'm surprised I wasn't on the same wall as you.
Amazing. Cool. Top denies, we had Rat, Zeropa, Campster, Jam, and Rod. So, I mean, that's 2 people from Calamity with really high denies, which is cool to see. I mean, you know, they're super fast, quick, talented players playing like on the lower end of the tournament. So that's, especially with all the attacking and dumping happening. I can't say I'm surprised, but that's good from them. And then our top denied, we have Western Cowboy getting 2.2 a game. That's awesome.
I think you just got to give up at that point. Stop shooting.
Because on average, they're not.
Yes, that means that's too much. We'd all be getting dropped if we were given that.
If we had more players. Didn't this happen to you once?
Yeah, but there was no other players to drop me for, so.
You had free reign.
Your spot was safe. Usual suspect, Mopar, always getting denied. He's up there again. Amazing. Wax is usually up there in the top stat.
Bad stat. Wax. Nah, Wax not my MVP. That's a bad stat. Wax. I didn't really read what it was. I just saw Wax.
Doesn't Wax also have like the most bases per game? 1.9.
He's converting. He's converting. Yeah, but like I don't like seeing that. That's a negative stat. You can't be MVP with negative stats.
Wax, can you tighten this up just a little bit?
And we've said Mankins is the MVP, but he's not on any of these stats.
But that's what makes him the MVP.
I think it has to be Spider just winning the solo.
No, we can't be going.
No.
Let's get this moving.
It's with an asterisk.
The asterisk. No, you forgot about the asterisk.
My bad. So it's the leg.
Amazing. Awesome. I'm gonna stop sharing my screen. Fucking hell.
You feeling flustered?
So flustered. I'm so I'm overstimulated. I can't keep up
red.
with you guys.
It's the red.
You gotta go to pastel. Just the mic change to a pastel.
Alright. I'll have to get my pastel shirts out. Where am I?
Where's the base watch?
Okay, I think
we'll be back next week.
We are not back.
Did you let them know we're filming a 1-up segment after this for YouTube? Or they're not been released yet?
A 1-up YouTube. Is that what you said?
On your YouTube, yeah. Our interview.
Oh, what's coming? Oh, your interview.
Yeah.
Yeah, I forgot to drop that. Yeah, there's a 1-up exclusive interview. All the behind the scenes.
Why we're not coming to nationals? You'll find out in the end.
And we'll give you exclusive training footage.
Get the scoreboards off at Brunet.
That went well.
Amazing. All right.
Hello, footage.
It's
beautiful.
I'm gonna wrap it up there before something silly happens. That was really fun. That was wild.
Tell us how you really feel.
No, I actually
scared. I've never seen him smile so much in one of his streams. Have a good time.
You've done such a good job, boys.
Wakachanga, what's the name?
What?
The Wakachanga beers.
Wakachanga.
I haven't seen him drink it at all. I think it's warm.
No, he did when you started
It's over
waffling.
here.
So you got a lot.
No, truth be told, it emptied, and I didn't find a break to go get another one. But I might do that post.
There was probably ample opportunity when we.
There was plenty of ads. From what I'm seeing, was that.
I feel like I needed to stay to keep an eye on you before you start.
Come back and be like, you've been banned.
You couldn't really leave the chat. Not safe.
All right, wrap this thing up, mate.
I'm wrapping this fucking thing up. Amazing. I genuinely had a lot more fun doing this, just waffling with the boys. That was sick. So I'll just ask people, but I don't know if anyone has thoughts on this new roundup method. Let me know. But for me, I personally,
you won't be here.
Well, I'm going to keep adding more people. So next 6, I'm just going to get as many people in this room as we can.
amazing. I'm here for it. Thank you so much to Morrow, Crouchy, Gunner, Guinea, the One Up Boys for joining us. And thank you so much, Arbel. I'm sorry these boys didn't let you get very many words in.
It's all right. It's all right.
I should have had a Arbel getting interrupted by One Up counter on the screen. That's what I should have had. That was ridiculous.
It was on the One Up drinking game on our
You did it again.
page.
Every time Arbel talks, it was good. Last one to get in. Take a drink.
Amazing. Arbel, thank you so much. You're a trooper. Thanks for getting through that with me.
Welcome.
No, thanks, Arbel.
That was a good chat, boys.
Amazing. That's all. What will be
Did
next?
everyone say we won't be at Nats?
Have fun at Nats, guys.
Thanks, One Up Boys.
The next bit of streams will be we'll do a roundup stream probably for the WA Clash, which is next. It's starting next weekend on the Saturdays. So I'll post some links for that so you guys can stay tuned. Good luck to Arbel for that as well. And then the next.
Get an invite to the WA Clash.
No, I think we did, but I cut it down in the live stream. Real bad.
He got sued by the WA tourism.
Yeah.
The train.
He was trying to sell it to me, and I was just ripping into him. Like he's like, "Oh, we got a bridge." I'm like, "Nice,
We got trains."
Now, let me go and watch the last stream. Oh, well, you got subscribed.
He quit. He got the options. He got the
Oh, sorry.
Like and subscribe, guys. Sorry, wrong time.
There'll be a prediction stream for Zoltak 2025 at Sunny Coast happening soon. Thank you so much, everyone. I'm going to wrap up before they start talking again. Goodbye. Love you all. And thanks for being in the chat. Peace.